Shelton got the hookup when Cate Blanchett stopped by the Kelly Clarkson show. She probably didn't expect that host Kelly Clarkson would be able to help her find her next pet. But that's exactly what happened. Read on to find out why Blake Shelton, who like Clarkson, is a former coach on The Voice, might be expecting a call from the Oscar winner. Visiting the Kelly Clarkson show, Blanche had explained that she and her husband, who share 4 children, also share a fondness for animals. "We've always said we wanted to get chickens. I fell in love with my husband over a poem he wrote about cows. He called them high-heeled philosophers, and I went, I love you." And she's been adding to their buying collection. "We have a few cows, and we have 2 Chingillian ones called Lydia. The kids always name the animals after roles I play. We have 4 dogs now." She continued, "Lydia is for Lydia Tur, protagonist of 2022 Tar." Blanchett went on to explain that her daughter heard I was coming here, and she wants not only a Highland cow, but a miniature Highland cow, which only exists in the States. And that's when a light bulb went off in Clarkson's mind. "I know someone who has it," she said. "I don't know if he still has it, but Blake Shelton has one," Clarkson added, and Blanchett didn't miss a beat. "Before asking could I adopt it, that would be up to Shelton, but in any case, he must know where to find one." As Clarkson put it, he is the guy to go to in the States for random stuff like that. A miniature cow is nothing for Shelton, an Oklahoma breed farm boy at heart. Growing up, he had a pet raccoon, and he got Jennifer Hudson's son a goat for his birthday. He's a friend to any animal, once petting a possum that snuck into his house. So of course Shelton and his wife, the voice coach Gwen Stefani, took in the kitten that wandered onto their property recently. "This is Corn," Shelton, the Hollick girl singer, wrote on Instagram, uploading a montage of clips of the cat. She continued, "The day he showed up to our home, he was hardly alive plus so sick, but with a lot of love plus nurturing, he became a healthy kitten. We're so grateful that he's a part of our family." Cate Blanchett, the multi-award-winning actress known for her roles in films like Blue Jasmine and Carol Maxime in worlds away from the country music scene. However, during a recent event, she managed to steal the spotlight with a comedic twist that no one saw coming: a hilarious adoption proposal for none other than Blake Shelton, the country superstar and longtime The Voice coach. What started as a playful comment snowballed into an uproarious, charming spectacle that had fans imagining what it would be like if Blanchett and Shelton, 2 unlikely personalities, became the ultimate family duo. The whole saga began during a star-studded gala in Los Angeles, where both Cate Blanchett and Blake Shelton happened to be in attendance. Blanchett was being honored for her humanitarian efforts, while Shelton was there to perform and lend his support to the cause. The gala, filled with Hollywood's finest and music's most iconic, already promised to be an unforgettable evening. Little did anyone know, however, that the night would take a turn towards the hilariously unexpected. Thanks to Blanchett's wit and charm, it was during the casual mingling session that the seeds of this comedy gold were sown. Cate Blanchett, with her elegance and sharp sense of humor, was introduced to Blake Shelton, who, true to form, greeted her with his signature warm smile and easygoing personality. At first glance, the two seemed an unlikely pair: Blanchett with her regal grace and dramatic gravitas, and Shelton, the down-to-earth country crooner with an endearing everyman appeal. But as they exchanged pleasantries, it became clear that they shared a mutual admiration for each other's work. Blanchett confessed to being a fan of The Voice and admitted that she had been binge-watching old episodes during her downtime. She even joked about trying to emulate Shelton's southern twang while yelling at the screen during blind auditions. Shelton, on the other hand, revealed that he was in awe of Blanchett's versatility as an actress and playfully added that his wife, Gwen Stefani, was obsessed with Blanchett's role in Thor Ragnarok. As the evening wore on, the conversation turned to more personal topics. Shelton, always the joker, talked about his life on his Oklahoma ranch, his love of the outdoors, and the simple pleasures of country living. That's when Blanchett's wit kicked into high gear. "Well, Blake, if you ever want to expand your family, I'm available for adoption," she quipped with a mischievous grin. "I can be your sophisticated Aussie daughter who talks about Shakespeare at the dinner table while you teach me how to ride a tractor." And for a brief moment he was stunned. Then the room erupted in laughter as Shelton, never delved to shy away from a good-natured joke, played along with equal enthusiasm. "Are you kidding me?" Shelton exclaimed, grinning from ear to ear. "You'd be the fanciest thing to ever hit my ranch. I'm signing the adoption papers right now." What began as a throwaway line quickly became the buzz of the night. Blanchett's playful suggestion of being adopted by Blake Shelton sent social media into a frenzy, with fans eagerly imagining the hilariously mismatched family dynamic. The idea of the sophisticated, Oscar-winning actress blending into Shelton's down-home lifestyle was too irresistible to ignore. Blanchett, never want to let a good joke go unfinished, took it a step further. As the night continued, she started riffing on what life would be like as Blake Shelton's adopted daughter. "You know," she said during her speech, turning to Shelton, who was seated in the audience, "I've always wanted to learn how to make moonshine. I feel like that's something I could pick up if I'm adopted into the Shelton family. I've done method acting for my roles, but nothing quite as method as living in rural Oklahoma." Shelton ever the sport stood up from his chair and yelled, "I'll teach you everything you need to know, Cate. We'll even write a country song together while we're at it." The banter between the two was electric, and soon the audience was in stitches. The combination of Cate's dry wit and Blake's goofy charm was a match made in comedic heaven. Other celebrities in attendance started chiming in, adding fuel to the fire. Jimmy Kimmel, who was in seeing the event, couldn't resist poking fun at the absurd yet hilarious scenario. "I can already see it," Kimmel joked. Blake Shelton, Cate Blanchett, and Gwen Stefani, Hollywood's new power family. Watch out, Kardashians, as word of Cate Blanchett's hilarious adoption proposal spread. Fans on social media started to imagine what life would be like if Cate actually became part of Blake Shelton's world. The internet buzzed with speculation, memes, and fake adoption certificates, all of which added to the growing humor surrounding the story. Would Blanchett trade in her glamorous red carpet gowns for cowboy boots and flannel shirts? Would she swap the film sets of Hollywood for the wide-open plains of Oklahoma, learning to ride horses and herd cattle? The thought of Cate Blanchett riding a tractor while quoting lines from Hamlet became the image of the day in interviews that followed the event. Blanchett continued to lean into the joke, telling reporters that she was eagerly awaiting Shelton's official offer to finalize the adoption. "I'm just waiting for the papers to arrive," she joked. "Blake's promised me a room in the barn. It's going to be the most exciting chapter of my life." Meanwhile, Shelton didn't miss a beat, making references to his new daughter in subsequent interviews, and even teasing the possibility of collaborating on a song together. "I'm serious, we could do a duet," Shelton said in an interview with Entertainment Tonight. "I can already hear it now." Cate Blanchett singing backup vocals on a country track. "I call it From the Stage to the Sable." As if the joke couldn't get any better, fans began to speculate about what it would be like if Cate Blanchett joined Blake Shelton on The Voice as a guest coach or advisor. Social media was flooded with mock posters of Blanchett sitting in one of the iconic red chairs, wearing a cowboy hat and pressing the button to turn her chair around. "Imagine Cate giving feedback to a country singer." One fan tweeted, "I'd pay good money to hear her say 'darling,' that was simply Shakespearean." Others began to envision Blanchett's influence rubbing off on Shelton's team, imagining Blake's country artists suddenly diving into deep theatrical performances with dramatic flair. The idea of Shelton teaching Blanchett how to idle while she coached him on how to deliver a monologue from King Lear became an online sensation. The beauty of the whole adoption proposal was not just the sheer absurdity of it, but how it showcased the universal appeal of humor and human connection. Despite coming from very different backgrounds, Blanchett, a classically trained actress from Australia, and Shelton, a laid-back country singer from Oklahoma, the two stars were able to find common ground in their shared sense of humor. Their playful banter and light-hearted approach reminded fans that even the most accomplished celebrities don't take themselves too seriously. It also highlighted the power of laughter in bringing people together. In a world where celebrities are often scrutinized for their every move, Blanchett's willingness to poke fun at herself and Shelton's eagerness to play along provided a refreshing dose of levity.